Hi guys, and welcome to the channel where we discuss all things related to cruising over 50. In today's video, we're going to go over a pre-cruise checklist that focuses more on the needs of older cruisers. Now, you know when you're cruising in your 20s and 30s, you can pretty much just pack and go. But once you reach a certain age, you usually have a lot of moving parts that you need to make sure are in place before you can go off and enjoy your vacation. So I've divided this video, even though it's really short, into 3 parts. 1, you. 2, your home. And 3, your cruise. So let's get into it. If you are taking prescribed medications, be sure that you have packed enough to last the duration of your trip, plus a few days extra. Most of my prescriptions come in a 90-day supply and are not eligible for early refill. This can cause a problem if you are going to be out of town and need the extra medication. However, you can contact your pharmacist directly and let them know you will be traveling, and they will usually be able to help supply you with extra medication that you will need during your trip. Another tip to consider regarding traveling with medication is to have the prescription information with you in case you are questioned by TSA or Customs. If you are like me and trying to pack light, you know that packing all of those little bottles will take up too much space. I'd much rather use my travel pill sorter. My hack is to save the prescription printout that comes when you pick up your medication. This will have the name and description of the medication as well as your name. I keep the papers in my carry-on case in case they are needed. Since I have an autoimmune illness, I'm on a pretty regular rotation with my medical appointments. So when I am preparing for my cruise, I always check to make sure that it does not overlap with an existing appointment. I like to check well ahead of time so that in case there is a scheduling conflict, I have time to reschedule. Don't forget to schedule a little pre-cruise me time so that you will be feeling and looking your best on your cruise. I always get my mani-pedi before the cruise because to get one on board the ship will cost a lot more. Sometimes I save even more by doing my own at home. If you like massages, consider treating yourself to one before your cruise. It will probably be better and cost less than the one on board the ship, and you won't have to worry about someone trying to upsell products to you. Either way, the important thing is to schedule some time for some pre-cruise pampering. A few days before my cruise, I visit USPS.com to initiate a mail hold service for the duration of my trip. This will stop mail delivery for the time period you choose, up to 30 days. You can also select to pick up your mail when you return or simply resume delivery. Having a light or two in your home on a timer can be an effective additional layer of security. Before heading out, walk through your entire house, keeping an eye out for the following. Make sure all stove burners are turned off. Also, make sure that no faucets are left on or dripping. I always unplug all unnecessary appliances. I only have just one plant that I'm barely managing to keep alive, but for those of you with a green thumb, remember to water your plants before leaving. Set your thermostat to an energy-efficient temperature. If you have an automatic alarm clock that's set to go off at the same time every day, you might want to disable it so that it's not ringing forever while you're gone. Nobody wants to come home from an amazing vacation to a sink or a dishwasher full of dirty dishes, so handle that before you go. And the same goes for your fridge. Check and make sure that you remove anything that might expire and turn a little bit rotten while you're away. Make sure that your trash bins are secured. And of course, be sure that all of your doors and windows are locked. If you have a neighbor that you trust, let them know of your travel plans so that they can keep a lookout on your home while you're away. Download the cruise app. Most cruise lines are now using their app to handle everything from checking in to reserving your dining to even booking shore excursions. The Carnival Hub app doesn't have much functionality in a pre-cruise, but it is a necessity once on board, and it's better to download it before you get on board because for some reason using the ship's Wi-Fi to download the app is just a pain. The Virgin app is very useful from the moment you book your cruise, but becomes especially helpful once you hit the 120-day pre-cruise mark to book your shore excursions and the 45-day mark to book your dining reservations. Check in for your cruise online before you head to the pier. This will save you a lot of time and get you on board sooner. With the exception of Virgin Voyages, most cruise lines want you to print your boarding pass and your luggage tags out ahead of time. So print those out, affix them to your bag once you get to the port, and you'll be good to go. And also be sure to keep your boarding pass with you and not packed in your luggage. One thing that has slipped my mind before is to prearrange my parking. Once when leaving out of Galveston, I totally didn't think about it until the last minute, and almost all of the garages were full, so I couldn't get my first or second choice and had to park somewhere that required a bit of a walk. So especially if you're someone with accessibility and mobility needs, there are garages that will have special places reserved for you to park, but it's best to check ahead and make reservations when you can. So these are a few of the things that come to mind when leaving home for a cruise. If you have any other ideas, please share them in the comments below. Also, please consider giving this video a thumbs up and subscribing to the channel as I'm trying to grow and bring you better and better content. Thanks for watching.